Hey guys, I'm Pixel Dan, and this is a review of the Kotobukiya ArtFX Plus Star Wars Clone Trooper 2-pack. Now, in the past, I've already taken a look at some of the other really cool ArtFX Plus statues from Kotobukiya, such as the Stormtroopers 2-pack, and now, today, we're going to take a look at the brand new Clone Troopers 2-pack, so that you can build your own Grand Army of the Republic. Very cool stuff. So let's go ahead and take a look at these guys here. Now, the 2-pack actually comes in the same style black Star Wars box that all of the other Kotobukiya statues have been coming in recently, depicting the two clone troopers on the front of the box. And the back of the box shows off some of the different posing options that you'll be able to do with these two stormtroopers. I'm sorry, these two clone troopers. Now, yes, different posing options because these are not your ordinary statues. No, the cool thing about the ArtFX Plus line is that they all feature some really cool interchangeable pieces. Now, if you already saw my review on the Stormtroopers before, you pretty much know what to expect here, but we're still definitely going to take a look at all the cool things you can do with these figures today. Alright, so let's go ahead and start by looking at the actual clone troopers themselves first. So I got two here already assembled just so we can show you how the clone troopers actually look. You notice that the way their helmets are designed, they're actually based more off the clone troopers from Revenge of the Sith, Episode 3, which actually is my preferred style for the clone trooper helmets. They're much more Stormtrooper-esque, very cool looking. And you'll notice right away that I'm turning his head. One of the cool things about the ArtFX Plus figures is that they actually do feature articulation points in the head. So they've got all these different interchangeable parts on the arms and the legs, but you can also move the head so that way you can kind of position them however you want to. The head's on a ball joint, so it kind of rolls all the way around, and you can get them looking left and right, and positioned down and positioned upwards. It's a very nice range of motion, and it actually really adds to the different types of poses that you can get out of the different clone troopers. Now, looking over the design of the clone troopers, you can see, there's not a lot of detail because it's just the straight clone trooper armor, but it still looks really terrific. It's that nice shiny white armor laid on the black undersuit that they're wearing, and there's the nice little, you got little rivets all the way around, you've got the detailed belt, the helmet looks terrific. It's an awesome design. It's a very cool sculpt. Now, both of the clone troopers in the pack include their own square black bases, and the cool thing about these bases is that they are magnetic. You'll notice that the clone troopers have these small magnets in the bottom of their feet. This works out a lot better than a peg system because this allows you to basically pose them however you need to on these bases, and they stay standing. Now, the magnets aren't incredibly strong, so it's real easy still to move them around, but you'll notice that there is still a good hold there. So you don't have to worry about them toppling over. They're going to stand over great up on your shelf. And like I said, the thing that's cool about them not having pegs is we can pose them however we want to. So whatever we think is going to make them look the best on the shelf next to each other, if we need to stretch them across the two bases together and get them kind of closer together, we can do just that. So I really love the magnetic base feature that Kotobukiya uses for their ArtFX Plus line. Alright, so now let's take a look at some of the cool different posing options we can do with these guys, huh? So first of all, take a look at this. This is just an example of how many different pieces there actually are in this set. There are several pieces of arms and legs and even some different rifles and short blasters that we can use for the set. So that way you can pose them with the short standard blaster, you can pose them with the blaster rifle, you can pose them down in a crouching position, you can pose them in a running position, you've got parts to make them both standing at attention. There's so many different options we can do, and it's just a terrific idea by Kotobukiya to include all these different parts so that if you get bored with the way you've got them posed on your shelf, you can always just mix and match them. You can create a brand new scene with your clone troopers on the shelf, which I think is terrific. So let's take a look at how this interchangeability actually works with these figures. Let's go ahead and pop these parts off here. Alright, so we'll take our crouching clone trooper here, just to kind of show you how it's done. Now you can see that the blaster is removable. It just sits right in his hand, so we can pull that out first. And all of the arms and legs are just on these little pegs that just plug right into the actual clone troopers there. So it's very easy just to pop it in, and pull it out. So we'll pop all these parts off here. Which just leaves us with the solid base body. So we got the base body. It actually does detach at the waist. And then we got the rotating head. And you got the peg holes for the legs and the arms. So once we get all those parts off, let's go ahead and put on some new parts here. Let's just do the, we'll do a standing at attention pose here. And you can see it's very simple to do. And even though it's easy, they do hold very firm. You can see it does take a little bit of work sometimes to kind of put it in, but it's very tight. It's a nice, good hold on there, so you don't have to worry about them being loose and just falling out or anything like that. Here how it snaps in there. Get the two arms on. And then we'll grab one of the blaster rifles. The hands kind of rotate around, that way you can kind of get them holding it however you want to. And now we have our clone trooper standing at attention. It's that simple. It's very easy to do. All of those parts are just very easy to pop right off and interchange with a different part, and you've got yourself a completely different little clone trooper statue to put up on your shelf. I've been a big fan of Kotobukiya's ArtFX Plus line ever since checking these things out, and I absolutely love these trooper builder packs here, because with all of these different posing options and the fact that they come two in a pack, I mean, just imagine buying several of these packs and building your own Grand Army of the Republic to display right there on your shelf. And you can have all of your troopers in the same standing at attention pose, or you can put them in all different kinds of poses as if they're running into battle. You can create some incredibly cool different scenes right from the Star Wars films right there on your shelf. So it's definitely worth checking out. So I would definitely recommend picking up some of the ArtFX Plus statue lines from Kotobukiya. So for more information on Kotobukiya and their products, definitely check them out at www.kotous.com, and you can find them on Facebook at facebook.com/Kotobukiya. Until next time.